Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1 and I'm working my way up to $1 million through gambling. Today I'm running 2 roulette strategies. I've been running a bracket with my community in the Discord server, and we're trying to find the best winning strategy that performs over the long term. So before we hop into the actual gameplay today, I want to show you guys where we're sitting at. On day 198, we're sitting at $1,269, adding up all the outside casino apps that I use through sports betting, claiming promotions, bonuses, everything, the investment account. We're sitting at $1,269, which makes our 1% profit goal $12.69, and then our stop loss is about $51. I wanted to make note of this too. Two things. I showed this previously and many episodes ago, but on day 187 up until today that I'm recording this for the playthrough of day 198, those 11 days I was going for $1 in blackjack on every casino app that I have here. So the balances did go up pretty much $5 every single day just from going for $1 in blackjack. I stopped doing that. I talked about that before, but I just wanted to say I stopped doing that on this day of the challenge. So these balances did increase by $5 every day, purely just from doing blackjack like that. And I realized that wasn't profitable. Well, it was profitable, but I was risking a lot of the balance to get that $1 in profit on each app. And then I also, between this first app here, you can see it goes from $55 to $36. And then on this other app right here, it's another casino app, it goes from $99 to $21. I pulled out $80 from here and $20 from this app and moved it into the Bitcoin account. So I went from $324 to $424. And just for proof of that as well, I can show you guys me actually withdrawing that money. So this is the one app that had about $100 in it. I withdrew $80. You can see the balance changes to 20 up here. And then in this app, I also withdrew $20 and it goes from 55 to 35. And then here is my proof of Bitcoin purchase that I purchased $100 of Bitcoin. So this is back from July 31st. Like I said, I record these videos after I actually do this stuff in person, but I record everything farther back. I just track everything and then show it once I get to that point in the challenge. But yeah, so I bought the Bitcoin. Looking at our sheet here, I just want to show you guys the bracket real quick. So we did round 2, we finished that up, and now we're on to round 3. So we have 4 strategies to go through. We're gonna do 2 today. We're gonna do 2 roulette strategies. Actually 3 of the 4 here are roulette, then we have 1 diamond strategy, but we're gonna be doing 2 roulette strategies today in the website, and then we're gonna find out who's gonna move on to the final round. So we have 3 more videos. We have to do today's video, we'll do another video to figure out who moves on, and then we'll have 1 more to determine the winner. Okay, so for the first strategy, we have All Princes 771 roulette strategy. This one's pretty straightforward. It's an auto roulette strategy on the originals game. Basically, what we're gonna be doing is picking 15 number spread, and he gave us his optimal layout, so I have it already set up. But what you want to do is have a base bet of 2 cents for every $100. So we have $51. So really I'm going for 1 cent, even though it's coming out to about 1.5 cents. It's a good number. We used it before, so I'm gonna stick with that. On loss, we're gonna increase by 75%. And like I said, we're doing a 15 number spread. So his layout is 7 black, 7 red with 1 unit on green. And basically from the first dozen, you want to pick 3 red and 2 black numbers. From the second dozen, you want 2 red and 3 black numbers. And on the third dozen, you want 2 red and 2 black numbers. And again, this is exactly his layout that he set up. So I'm going to reset the seed to make this a brand new fresh seed, just to give it all the chances of winning that we can. And then yeah, we got the stop on profit of the 1% profit goal, the total balance, which is about 25% of our playable bankroll with our stop loss here. And then our increase in 75% win. And I think we're good to go. So I'm going to just let this rip. We'll start it. So with 15 numbers covered, that is a little less than half the board. I could do some math while we're looking at this. But that's about 40% of the board cover. So with that 75% increase on loss, obviously we're looking to get a few losses and then hit one of the numbers with a bigger bet. So you can see these big jumps here. But I know running this from the past, we haven't, all these strategies that are in round 3 have not lost once so far. So I know they all have won at least twice, which is what we want to see. We want to see the most consistent winning strategies, and these all have not lost yet. But I do know that this one specifically had like 1,000 bets every time we ran it. So it has a ton of bets. So I might speed up the video just because I know it's going to take a while to go through 1,000 bets, even on instant bet. But it's already starting to move pretty good. We're almost at $1, so it's starting to work. We're gonna have to get about $13 though with the profit goal. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. You can see the graphs pretty linear. That's what we like to see, even with those dips. It has that comeback and it looks like a straight line. That's what we like to see. So I hope this does not bust. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit, and I will come back when this either hits the profit goal or it busts. So we'll be right back in a few seconds. Okay, so we're coming up on about 1,000 bets here, and we just broke the $10 profit goal. Well, we were about like $2.70 away from it. But you can see we had like one pretty big dip, and this only went down to 272. I don't know if I can actually hit that. There it is. It went down 272. So that was our biggest dip so far. There's been some other like decent spikes, but nothing crazy. The good thing about this strategy is you're starting off with a penny and a half as your base bet. So you can take a ton of losses and hopefully hit one win along that way of going down, getting a huge loss streak. So that is nice. There's a ton of progressions with the strategy. That's what we've seen so far. You can see this graph is very linear. It's just a straight line pretty much, besides this one big dip in the beginning here. But other than that, it's working really well. We're about $2 away, a little bit less. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and show you guys where we're at. I know this has been going for a while now. We're over 1,000 bets. So it definitely can hit dips like that, like it just did. But once it hits a win, it pays out pretty good, and it jumps up a little bit past the starting point where that initial bet started. So those do help out, but they get kind of scary because they start to go real quick when you get on a huge loss streak, going up 75% each time. But yeah, now we're about $1 away, so I'll probably just let this ride while I'm recording and see if we can actually hit that profit goal, or if it's going to bust in the last stretch here. But this one has not failed since. This one has not failed yet at all, so I'm really hoping this one pulls through. This is kind of the point, the challenge where I was talking about, in the bracket challenge specifically. We're having these winning strategies move on this far, so hopefully we just get a bunch of wins here at the end and recover some of the losses we took in the beginning. That's what I'm really hoping for. Obviously nothing's guaranteed. Can't ever expect to win. You can never lock that as, you know, a definite that we're going to get some wins, but you always want to see them. 69 cents we need. We're about 30 cents away. So just a couple more wins here. We should be good. Unless we hit the craziest loss streak ever right now. But we know that it can happen. That's happened before. Every time I bring it up, we hit that crazy loss streak. I think it's bad karma. But I think we got this one in the bag. I'm feeling it. Here's the loss streak I was talking about. And it came back. It came back. All right, good. $12.80 in profit. Very good strategy. This one will definitely be moving on to the next round. I believe it will. We'll do some tiebreakers if we need to, but let's enter this in the sheet, and I'll be right back with the next strategy. Okay, so day 198 was a win. We got $12.80 in profit off the first roulette strategy. Now we're moving on to day 199, where our bankroll is $1,277, which makes our 1% profit goal $12.77. Then our stop loss is $51. I'm going to be using the same profit goal and stop loss from yesterday, just to keep everything even between the two strategies. But looking at the bracket, we have another roulette strategy. We have Sonny's Poppy Floppy. Very simple strategy. I'm going to walk you guys through it. This was also, again, I mentioned all these strategies have not lost yet. So this one's very simple. Basically, what you need to do for this is have 3 units on a color and then 2 units on a row. So we're using 25 million chips as our unit. So we have 3 units on black and then 2 units on this top row. This is what he suggested. If you're going to use black, you place your 2 unit bet on the top row, and if you do red, he suggested use the bottom row as your row bet. Basically, if your color hits, it's 1 unit profit. If your row hits up top here, this would be 1 unit profit, and then if your color hits on that row, it's a 7 unit profit. That's pretty much it. It's a flat betting strategy. So I'm going to reset the live stats. We're going to reset the seed as well, just because we did almost 1,200 bets on the last strategy. We get a fresh seed going. This is a flat betting strategy. So we're going to start this off without instant bet, just so it has a slow start. But this moves quick if you start to actually, oh wait, I'm messing this up. It's not even hitting. I gotta stop this. Okay. This was increasing on loss. Not supposed to do that. So I did kind of mess that up with the increases there. But let's try to restart this. Let's see if we can restart this and try to come back from it. Good thing I did not have it on instant bet, because we were taking some losses. But every time we win, the 1 unit profit is 25 cents, since that is our unit size for each of these. So I did kind of mess that up. Hopefully it can come back. Well, we weren't supposed to increase at 75% on loss. That's just my bad. But yeah, it's supposed to be a flat betting strategy. And we'll let this ride for a little bit. Obviously, kind of a tough start since I messed it up. So I'm hoping this can come back. That'll just be more proof that this is a really good strategy. So we'll see what happens. I'll turn this on instant bet. We'll let this move a lot quicker. Kind of nervous turn on instant bet. All right, let's do it. Let's just turn on instant bet. I'll take off animations. So we really need one of those like 7x payouts. That would really help out. Yeah, it started to go down really fast. Okay, we got some wins there. It's definitely a high wagering strategy, but yeah, this isn't cooking too hard right now. We need some serious wins. Alright, I paused it. We're just gonna reset, and like I said, I kind of messed up in the beginning there with all that craziness, but I guess it probably went down like 13-14 bucks on my behalf with the increase on loss. I'm half tempted to increase his bet size, but I don't want to mess with his strategy too much. I already messed it up a little bit. Alright, we'll just let it rip at this still. We'll see if it can come back. It just keeps sinking though. I don't know what's happening. Usually this strategy pops off. It like takes a nice little dip, and it like would always go up really high. But it seems this time it's just going down slowly, very quickly. Not even slowly. There's just no win streaks really. But I'll let this ride, see if it can get on a crazy win streak and come back. Doesn't look too good though, it just keeps going down. We are wagering a lot of money though, so I guess that's one good thing looking at it. But yeah, I kind of feel bad with the rough start there, because that was my bad. But even then, this thing is still just going down. It's not even coming close to coming back. It would have to go on like the biggest heater of the century to come back. Very, very tempted just to stop this and take our loss where it's at. I don't think it's going to come back. Yeah, it's not looking good. Interesting. That's so weird. I don't know how that's happening because the past few times we ran this, it popped off. Unless this is just a super unlucky run. But it's about to bust completely here in a second. There it goes. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about that because every time we ran this, it literally hit the profit goal in like 30 seconds to like a minute. This one just got eaten. This is how we ran it each time beforehand. Doing the top row on black. I don't know. I guess we just got a ton of losses that didn't make that one work out well. Looking at the last time we ran this, we had 55 wins and 15 losses. So I don't know. That's super weird. Yeah, I mean that ratio of 55 to 15 definitely a lot different. But this is the way we set it up. So I don't know. I was a little bit confused on that, why that didn't perform well at all. We did wager $500 though, so I guess that's not the worst thing. Hopefully the weekly bonus will be a little bit bigger. But that sucks because that was a really good strategy. I don't know what happened this time. Either way, I'm going to enter that in the sheet, and I will be right back in a second with a final analysis of these two strategies. All right, so day 199 was a loss. We lost $49.87. That strategy did bust. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I was looking back at it and just looking at the way the strategy is set up. So looking at this strategy, there's only a 30% chance of losing each bet just based on not covering the 0 or the red numbers in these bottom two rows here. These entire bottom two rows, we're not covering those red numbers or the 0. So there's a 30% chance we lose. So this ratio kind of does work out. I mean, we had 128, 258, 386, 386. So 33% of the bets were losses, which we have a 30% chance of losing. So like over all those bets, that does make sense. But yeah, I don't know. We have like a very high coverage. You would think we would go up. I don't know. I guess we just got unlucky and just got a ton of losses on that compared to the wins we were supposed to get. But yeah, the other times we ran this, it just won within like 50 bets. So this one was kind of weird. I'm just a little bit confused on that. But on day 199, we did take the loss of about $50. So through gambling today, we lost about $37 between the 2 days. On the video, we're down $41 on the entire video, just because you can see Bitcoin. This is back in the beginning of August. It dropped a little bit, so that does lower the bankroll just when Bitcoin fluctuates like that. So yeah, we lost $41 in the video today. And what sucks is when this stuff happens is like we go on a 4-day win streak. We got $51 in 4 days, and then you hit the one loss, and that's 4% of the bankroll. So that just resets all those wins. So you can see we were in total profit on the website. We were down 174. Then we got 4 days of wins, and then getting that one loss with the 4% profit or 4% stop loss sets us right back to where we were like 5 days ago on the website. I mean, the bankroll has gone up like $100 since then, but that's from sports betting and casino bonuses, not the actual website that we use. So just something to note. It's frustrating when you get four days of winning streaks and then all of a sudden one day just wipes all it out. But for the bracket, Princess strategy won. That was the first one, so I'll move on to the final round. Poppy Floppy lost. Still very like stunned by that. I don't know, that graph looks so different than the other graphs we ran with that strategy, but I guess that's just the way it happens when you hit a loss streak. Yeah, so the next video we'll do a diamond strategy and another roulette strategy, and then we'll see who moves on to the final round, and we'll wrap up this bracket very soon. But thank you so much for watching. Don't gamble. This is purely for fun. This isn't a way to make money. I don't recommend you try this. Don't suggest this at all. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, leave them below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.